Do you ever wonder how long you would survive if society suddenly collapsed? Would you be able to live comfortably, or would you be out on the streets begging for food? Well, let's take a look at how long you would actually survive if the government, police, and other services just stopped working tomorrow. Before we get into the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us grow. Also, stick around until the end of the video because we have a spoiler alert for you guys that you definitely don't want to miss. The length of time you lie and survive if society collapses depends on many different factors, such as where you live, your financial situation, how many people you know, whether you have any useful skills, and what kind of person you are. If you're selfish and only think about yourself, you won't last very long. But if you're willing to work with others, you can build a community and increase your chances of survival. Here's how long you'll survive if society collapses according to experts. Seconds to minutes, a building on fire, a car chase, or a fight in the street. In these situations, your life may depend on the decisions you make in the first few minutes. Therefore, you need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. When you see smoke, you instinctively know that you have to get away from it. You don't need to think about it. Your survival instincts kick in and you run to safety. This same instinct will keep you alive when society collapses. Your survival instincts will tell you how to react in certain situations. For example, if you see a tornado coming towards you, you'll run and hide. If you hear gunshots, you'll probably take cover. These instincts have kept humans alive for centuries, and they lines continue to help you survive even after society collapses. Hours to days, when the supply trucks stop rolling, you'll have to rely on your own resources to survive. If you live in a city, you may be able to find food and water in the buildings around you. However, you should avoid going outside if possible, as there may be gridlock, fires, and other dangers. Instead, stay indoors and conserve your energy. You may also want to contact your friends and family to see if they have any supplies. If you work together, you may be able to survive longer than if you were on your own. Weeks to months, as time goes on, you'll need to find a new source of food and water. Unfortunately, most grocery stores will be looted pretty quickly, so you'll need to find an alternative source of food. Luckily, you can grow your own food if you have the knowledge and skills. If not, you'll need to find a different way to obtain food, such as hunting or fishing. You'll also need to find a new source of water. If the power is out, you may not be able to use the water in your home. Instead, you'll need to find a natural source of water. If you're in a group, this will be easier to do. However, if you're on your own, it may be more difficult. Months to years after several months, things will begin to settle down. The looters will have moved on and the fighting will have died down. This will be a good time to start rebuilding society. If you have the skills and knowledge, you may be able to start a small farm or business. This will give you a sense of purpose and help you survive longer. However, if you don't have these skills, you may need to rely on the government or other organizations for help. So how long will you survive if society collapses? It all depends on your skills and preparation. However, by following the tips above, you can increase your chances of survival. Just remember to stay calm and think clearly in every situation. That's all for now. See you next time.